Hey, good morning, fam. It's your boy Josh. I hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. We have an awesome slate of playoff basketball today, with two of the best series in the playoffs in my opinion. There will be so much energy and anticipation surrounding the Warriors-Grizzly game after that brutal Game 2, where we saw GP2 shatter his elbow from Villain Brooks' dirty hit, and then Draymond looking like Rocky after that eye injury. It's game on now, so let's get hunting. The Celtics at Bucks has a 2-point spread and a 213 implied total. The Celtics drained 23s in Game 2, which is the most made three-pointers in franchise playoff history. But after the game, Coach Udoka said, quote, "Bucks have good rim protectors, but it's not Wilt Chamberlain out there. It's guys we can get downhill and attack." End quote. The Celtics are struggling to score in the paint, and based on that quote, it sounds like the Celtics could look to attack the paint more today. So we can target Horford's 9.5 points and Robert Williams' 7.5 points. Marcus Smart is on track to play, but I still like Tatum's assist potential because he will continue to play make through pick and roll action. If the Celtics continue to struggle inside, then we can consider Tatum and Jalen's 3-point props. Also keep an eye out for Grant Williams' props. He's carved out an important role in this series and has been very effective on offense. The Armor Titan Giannis has been struggling so far in this series. He's shooting less than 40% from the field, which is very unlike him. This is most likely due to the Celtics' physical long defense that is wearing him down and making it more difficult to score. However, he has left around 5 points on the board by missing free throws in both games. If he makes these free throws, then he would have finished with around 30 points each game. Currently, his point prop is at 27.5 while the Bucks have him at 30.5, so we are getting a huge discount on Prizepicks. But I expect the Bucks 3-point shooters to have a bounce back game at home as they shot 16% from 3 last game. So I definitely like Giannis' 6.5 assists since he will drive and kick it out to open shooters. And the Bucks might have to chuck it more from deep if the Celtics continue to drain their threes, which makes me like Giannis' assist prop even more. I also like Drew's 17.5 points. His offense will be needed with Middleton still out. And we can consider Bobby Portis' rebounds or 3-point props as he will play with more energy at home. The Grizzlies at Warriors has a 7-point spread and a 226 implied total. This is the game. The entire Bay Area has had 3 days to anticipate this matchup after that very physical Game 2. The fans and players will be amped for this game, so the Chase Center will be rocking. The Warriors will look for revenge by shooting the Grizzlies off the court. Once that first 3 hits the net and the crowd erupts, the flame will be lit, and the threes will continue to rain. Steph and Clay's 3-point shooting feeds so much off the crowd, but if Steph's 3-pointers aren't falling, he will continue to be aggressive by driving to the basket. So I like his 25.5 points a lot. I think the refs will be quick to call fouls in order to control this hostile matchup, so Steph's free throws could be in play too. Draymond is going to play with a lot of emotion, and I always want to target an angry Draymond. He will go off on both sides of the ball, so we can target his fantasy points. But I do like his 6.5 assists a lot because he will command the floor and contribute to all of the threes that are falling. Jordan Poole will be very aggressive and will attack the basket all night as he can easily burn Morant's defense. So I will target Poole's 20.5 points and 3-point props. Clay's shot has been off the first 2 games, but this is a perfect bounce back spot for him. He can go off in just 1 quarter and feed off the crowd, and he will take 10 plus threes, so I will go back to the slot machine and target his 3.5 3-point made. He's also been very active on defense, and his defense will be needed today with GP2 gone, so we can go with his 1.5 block steal too. The Grizzlies are a young team coming into a hostile environment, so it's going to be very tough on them, but Morant has shown that no one on the Warriors can stop him. However, Morant has also shown that he crumbles under pressure, especially on the road. And in that last series against the T-Wolves, he did not exceed 20 points on the road. In all 3 road games, he finished with 17, 11, and 16 points. And now he comes into an even more hostile environment. Playoff experience is so important. I think that will show today, so I might fade Morant. Steven Adams is set to return, which will hurt Clark's minutes and Jaren Jackson's rebound potential. And we don't know Bane's back injury status and if it's still bothering him or not, but they will need his 3-point shooting today. And I think Tyus Jones will play a key role today with Brooks out, so we could consider his fantasy points. So let's recap our favorite targets so far. First, Steph's 25.5 points or 3.5 3-point made. Second, Giannis' 6.5 assists or 27.5 points. Third, Dre's 6.5 assists or fantasy points. And fourth, Jordan Poole's 20.5 points or 2 3-point made. And fifth, Drew's 17.5 points. And lastly, Clay's 1.5 block plus steal or 3.5 3-point made. I can't wait for these physical matchups. Both games are going to be a gritty battle. The Warriors championship DNA should prevail, and I think they go off. And this is coming from a very critical fan, and I tend to have a very negative outlook. We won't have a live stream today, but we will be back on Monday. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and be sure to show appreciation for your moms tomorrow. So as always, best of luck everyone. I hope you crush it. Take care.